Interesting timing for a smoke too.
It's just really great versus the Marana because it's really difficult to stop her Ag's timing, and this way you don't really have to worry about it so much. A double Starstorm, if you get the Fate's Edict out on time, it's not going to do any damage.
This movement from Wings, they smoked up underneath the tower as the Foghorn was going. They're going to make a break for the side shot. Now, a lot of the time, oh, actually, Misery, he's walking over towards this. He's going to reveal the smoke. So they start with the Fortune's End. Eyesight is there. He's waiting for the Fortune's End to connect. Now they go into the torrent. Misery up into the air. Fire Strike to Babel. Goes up into the tree line. There's a small path to get out, and Fate's trying to block it. He's actually got himself a stun of Babel. Resolution turns on the damage. Misery will escape. Southguard does actually have its defensive Cold Embrace. Another torrent will fly in. Resolution, Fortune's End will connect. Misery lining up for another Barra Strike. Double stun on that one. Fade dropping down very, very low. Misery doesn't have the damage, and he also doesn't have the life to stay on the front lines. They look for another torrent. Nope, Ice Ice just started the animation, but he didn't follow through. So Wings trying to get aggressive and contest this safe lane until they TP their support quickly down to bottom lane.
This is something that we see out of the team play. Just don't give them an easy lane up top, and Stockside and Resolution are having a very difficult time dealing with.
Oh, that helps.
Double melee.
Moo just got time locked on the bottom lane. Combine that with the Fortune's End. Moo's gonna go down. First blood, it goes to Wings.
And on the top lane,
yeah, Misery's rotating her out. Fate so low. Resolution lower. Cold Embrace is still available. Now Misery will arrive. Ice Ice. Fire Strike is just going for the last swing, trying to find Resolution, but these searing arrows doing the early damage. The DC required. That arrow fly down. There she is. Resolution will find himself a kill.
And all three of these heroes are very, very low. They're going to have to come in a lot of resources unless they want a suicide. Misery will spill blood to the Centaur.
That he will. And he looks for movement speed. Windlace and TP scroll. He'll come straight back out to the lane. Look for another rotation to fight.
Wings like doing this. They like it looks bad because they both die, but they have to expend so many resources, so much HP.
Moo's gonna be careful. They're gonna go again on him. He walks over. Such a simple combo. Fortune's End into torrent. We saw it on the top lane. Now bottom lane. He has reactive armor this time around, but still no timber chain available. So Moo, poor man's shield will not save you from that.
He thought he was in a one-on-one situation, and then he skilled up for this one-on-one build with the level 1 Whirling Death, the level 1 reactive armor. In a very defensive situation, you want to max your timber chain. But with that, might be time to think about that Iron Talon.
Now this has been a heavy rotation early game, only 2 minutes into it. We've seen multiple lane switches. The one lane which hasn't really had anything happen in it is that mid lane. It's the Weehaw versus Blink lane. The Marana on Death Prophet.
Misery smoked up behind, looking for a stun into an arrow. It's only a level 1 stun though, but Blink's so far out with no Spirit Siphon.
And you still got the Starfall available too, so Weehaw connects on this. Now into that Starfall, the torrent! The secondary star! It connected on Blink. So he does fall down.
And he does have the funnel, but he needs someone to pull him a TP scroll if he wants to get back to the mid lane. He also had to waste a Fairy Fire for that.
Misery is not giving up on this mid. It's a little bit different though when he runs an Ogre. Ogre is a lot tankier than the SK, so I'll give some extra respect as Ice Ice comes into mid. Nice torrent, Weehaw! He's got leap available, pounces himself away. Will bottle and salve up quickly as Misery's rotated at the top looking for Faith Beyond.
And in the meanwhile, Timbersaw finally gets the space in the bottom lane, going for 2 reactive. Screw the Timber Chain, he says. I can just tank up.
I'm wondering if this is one of the other reasons why you're seeing rotations heavily into mid. They're trying to pull the attention of Wings off that bottom lane to give Moo the space he needs.
And Moo still has a lot of regen. I don't know if they're going to be able to press him down. No clarities on the Oracle, and he's only level 2.
They got to help though. Ice Ice looks to come in from the rear.
I still don't think they have enough damage.
Do you like this build coming out from the Conk going the early point up in Tidebringer as opposed to X marks the spot?
We see this a fair amount when the Kunkkas want to go armlet first and farm up. It's just a good way to keep up your farm so that you're not heavily reliant on the X-Torn combo to get kills and accelerate your farm. But I think they have enough setup. I really dislike it if you don't have any setup, but with Nick stun, Chronosphere, Oracle Fortune's End, it should be pretty easy for him to land with the Torrent.
Oh, Misery's coming back down to the mid. There's still no Observe Wars this season, but Ice Ice sitting on the high ground. He'll definitely see Misery. Now he puts down his own offs. It's not something he needs to see Misery anymore. He'll hit him with a torrent. Over they come. Spirit Siphon, Burrow Strike available. He'll actually get a double stun thanks to the arrow also connecting on Blink. And the combined up Starfall, Misery will back out. Trigger his salve. So just a trade-off of damage, no kills coming from that.
You have to be careful. He still has the Arcane Rune on him. Getting a lot of value out of that.
I didn't realize he already had the arrow leap and everything else back up, not to mention the low cost.
Move's been stacking at this large camp. Shadow's gonna pull it, but we could see a small contest for it in the bottom lane. It's a 3-stack now.
It'll be easy for Mu to deal with that if he was level 6, but doesn't have the Chakram available yet. Another heavy rotation at top, 3 from either side. They stun on Resolution, Torrent as well. Saxa, he needs to get that cold embrace off, but Oracle has more than enough magical damage. Misery with the Burrow Strike forward, wants the Nyx Assassin, doesn't have the damage output, but maybe with the help of the Wyvern, he will have it. Misery to the tree line. The Salve is actually going to get cancelled off. It was a caustic finale that did it, and now Fate, 28 life. Will it be enough? Is he going to pop? Fate barely survives, dropping down to 8 at one point. And Wings, the rotation works from them.
Wow, that was so close. Man, that Salve tick really saved him there.
Resolution wants to kill on top lane, however. Eyesight doesn't have anything to play with. No mana. Resolution, Searing Arrows, and Strafe will take one more, and there she is. Resolution, a good answer back. And an overstaying of welcome from Ice.
One thing about DC's trap too is they picked the Winter Wyvern perhaps maybe a little bit too early, expecting a lot of physical damage out coming from Wings, but their mid-court especially doesn't really do that much.
Moving for Wee, don't know how this kill's really meant to work. He can easily leap away from Crypt Swarm and as well as the Spirit Siphon. No point up in silence yet for the Death Prophet. Like I said, focusing more on laning as Innocence actually roams around the back line. Now, it is nighttime, so DC had no idea that he moved that way, and we are right next to him, starting with the Stun Fortunes end as well. The Torrent, if it wasn't that, it was going to connect. It was a Purifying Flames from Innocence. And that's what found the kill.
And that Observer Ward just scouting him out the whole time. Saxa in there, but he can't really do anything. He has level 2 Splinter Blast, but that's going to do little in the way to stop their push. Drops him Observer Ward behind. Doesn't look like it was scouted out by Wings' own Observer Ward.
They need TP support, but from who? You don't have any real big ultimates up yet. You don't even have the Chakram, so Mu will walk in. Now, Ice can wrap around the back of him. As he's just trying to go for the kill on the Death Prophet. They can't hold her in position. The arrow will fly out from Wee, but easily dodged because you can see it coming from a mile away.
No level 6 yet on Mood. There's no chance of them getting that kill. Not really that much damage on the tower though, so Wings not really getting that much out of there. First Exorcism Radiant has used Scan, expecting a smoke perhaps.
I think they were expecting a rotation from Resolution, and they are right, but he walks out of the Obs and Sentry in mid lane. That was after the Dust and the Scan was used. Well,
there is a Dust on the Oracle in case they want to...
Oh, the arrow off target. If that hit, Resolution still can't find the kill. He doesn't have enough damage to kill off the Death Prophet in time.
They don't actually have the Fate's Edict on the Oracle, so you can't disarm the...
Oh, top lane, Misery. Nice Sandstorm dodge. They put down their own Sentry Ward. Cold Embrace to pull him out. The Sandstorm with Faith Beyond. Burrow Strike cancels the TP out. Digital Chaos. They're looking for that kill. Misery dropping down low. Fate doesn't have much to work with. He's got 6 charges in 1 second. He's got that up now, and he's actually holding onto them. He won't pop, however. Not while Shadow chases down the Winter Wyvern, but support comes in. It's Resolution. He's running down, looking for the kill over on Fate, leaving Suska by himself under his own tier 1 tower. Shadow commits the Chronos Spear. So that won't be available, but Resolution shows himself. Time walk on cooldown. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Over the tree line and far away from DC's line. They run down, but Resolution's not giving up. The arrow will force Shadow a little bit closer towards the tree line. But Innocence is in the neighborhood.
Simple yet effective. What a juke.
While on bottom lane, Mu can finally take out that stack. Ice is leeching a little bit off him. Well, the Torrent. Okay, Ice just TP's away.
I'm surprised he didn't go for X, especially considering the heroes that he's up against. Marana, a Timbersaw, I usually see like 1 or 2 levels, but not 3 like he's committed. But it's nice damage. Maybe they just want to be able to burst people down during Chronosphere combo with that Torrent boat later.
What do you think about the build on the Faceless Void? Is Linken Sphere really
Dude, he
viable?
Always goes Linkens.
Like, even in this game, is it really that viable?
They usually go pretty strange items, but that's the only thing that I've seen that's consistent amongst their items. Faceless Void carry Linkens first almost every game. Good versus Winter's Curse? I guess. The last game is definitely good versus the Doom. This game, yeah, I don't agree with it so much, but they like it a lot.
Nice detection from Resolution. He was just hovering around the tree line. And Nyx Assassin walks through a Sentry Ward while Resolution still had vision. And this is the reason now why Misery hiding behind his own tier 1 tower. But Nyx has moved into the mid lane instead, looking towards Weeha. Not going to find an opening. The Vendetta actually is going to wear out in a second.
They saw him with the Observer Ward though. He thinks he's in the fog, but he actually was not. And perhaps they might spring a trap for Faith. And the Clinks isn't actually going for the Oracle because he assumes he has the disarm. But little did he know, he doesn't have disarm, and he's probably not going to pick it up until level 8. So he's kind of been walking around with a get out of jail free card, even though he shouldn't be.
Resolution steals the regeneration rune right in front of Blink, and Blink is just like, wait, I didn't pick that up. It's not inside my bottle. What the hell's going on? As the skeleton warps Clinks with that casual Blightstone early on. Trying to find the extra damage. Clink's very, very good at bringing down tier 1 towers.
He's been running around a lot though and hasn't really been able to find that much. He was really doing really well in terms of the CS, but now he's falling behind in that work as he struggles to...
Well, nice scan.
Builds up.
They reveal the Nyx assassin sitting in the tree line.
But they have the ward behind the tower. Wings does. They don't see Winter Wyvern just yet, but now they'll know there's only 2.
Nyx is on the edge of the vision. He's going to walk in range of the tower. Faithful will reveal himself. Bottom lane, Chronosphere over on move. Very tanky. Resolution bringing in the damage move. Chains up. The torrent well off the mark as Resolution. Skeleton Walk will come off cooldown so he can run himself away. They are out, while Faith going to find Weeha back behind the tower, dropping down that Ring of Aquila to use wand charges. And now the commit. It is the Exorcism going to work. Range, the Radiant Sentry wards up, so they see Wee. He has to leap up to the tree line. Thanks to Cuirass, know exactly where he is. He can't get out this one. The stun will connect. An icicle one from Faith. Finding Wee in the trees.
Wow, look at Wee's farm. He is so underfarmed. Normally he has point booster and then some at this point, but he's about to lose his T1. He's died 2 times at this point. Each Mirana game coming from them getting worse and worse. Resolution coming around from behind as the TP comes in.
Yeah, they look for that damage. Resolution stunned up, but Misery brings the extra health. Burrow striking forward towards Blink, but the damage is enough. Misery, the Sentry one was still down, so the Exorcism finishes him off.
Wow, they tried to kill him right before the Exorcism returned all that health back to him. And this Winter Wyvern hasn't really been able to do that much. It's great against mass summons and a lot of units that are pushing, but Splinter Blast doesn't really do that much versus a Death Prophet +1.
Yeah, it hasn't stopped the Wings pickoffs and the push.
Yeah, they're not pushing with units, they're just pushing with a couple heroes in their ultimate, and maybe wishing he had gone for max Arctic Burn at this point. Still, they're unable to get those combos. Once Winter Curse come out, easy setup for an Epicenter Burrow Strike follow-up. Ooh, a lot of trouble.
Yeah, again, they're going for this combination with no X-Marks. They're not going to drag him back, but now the ship, the Ram is on the way, and Moo gets his fill. Weeha!
Time dilation when you have Bash.
Faith is looking at Resolution too. Invis up around the tree line. You'll need to hit him first with the Vendetta, then follow up on the stun. Either that or he waits for the Death Prophet who's rotating up to find this kill. Vendetta will last long enough. That is a level 1 Vendetta.
Linken Invis, they have Reserve Reward scouting any TPs on top lane, but he thinks he's safe. He thinks he's alone.
Here they go. Resolution, pop him up. And Resolution, he goes Invis, but not in time. They trigger the dust just in case.
Man, that invisibility rune, he might have been a little bit scared. It's like, oh, okay, Nyx +1 can kill me, but if you don't see any heroes, there's no way you can predict that king coming.
Shadow jumping in, double Chrono, Misery. He can prep the everything. The question is going to get in range. Wyvern's already down, and now they're running closer. Misery will just walk over. Shadow's still got Time Walk available, so we can repair all the damage that's done to him. And DC, again, getting picked off with no rebuttal.
Very patient Chronosphere from Shadow, however, they are lacking a lot of mana on the Kunkka, not enough for that boat. He's going for more of the damage build with the Max Tidebringer with the phase boots. And another tower.
Yeah, without the committal of Exorcism, this is a troubling sight when you can't even hold your tier 1s.
Misery looking for a kill, Epicenter.
With a pivot chain into Chakram, they commit the Epi too. Innocence will walk into the side of it, but now we can just use Fortune's End. Slow down Misery. It will connect. The follow-up stun with the Mana Burns by Carapace. The curse is out. It holds Oracle in, and Moo comes in with a Chakram, but false promise. It will keep Innocence alive as he TPs himself away to safety. Moo's still looking for something. Actually, he's just looking to get the hell out of here. Exorcism is triggered, but the stun is on Moo, and it's going to be Wings holding the Timbersaur in position. No, the chain up. The last attack from the Death Prophet will find the kill. The supporters arrive for DC. They arrive in with a big searing arrow damage. Faith makes a break for the tree line. Still alive. Triggering does too. So no extra invis for Resolution. Time lock. Not going to be enough from Shadow as Weeha. Cold Embrace. Resolution. The torrent is going to connect the double stun. Faith being in. He walks himself out. He walks over. He wants the last finishing move. He won't get it. Ice will finish him. The torrent. It may not be done. the air. X marks the spot. You ain't going nowhere apart from down to the briny deep. Faith doesn't have enough for the stun. Spy camera stuff unless she connects over on Misery. He tries to raise space, no timer from Shadow, time on forward. Now he finds the kill. More TP support arriving from DC. Another connected time from Eyesight to the Misery. Stun, shark from forward. Mooney to turn the tire. This fires Misery. The one charge will keep him back into it. He can go for another burrow strike. It's Moo. Time lock for a century. He wants to walk out to the T1 towers. No stuns available from Nick's Assassin, but these ones really playing dividends.
Oh my goodness, what ungodly teamwork coming out from Wings next to that side shot.
It's not over yet. Innocence is coming over the Chrono. It's on Weeha. Innocence brings the damage. Weeha, he is gonna pop like a top. They look for more. Ice. Where is it? No, the Ice X mark's not gonna hit. They turn around, look to the T1 tower. DC. Do they still try and defend this?
Eyesight's looking for an X from the back.
He hasn't got it. Instead, he was actually starting the animation for the torrent. But this tier 1 tower is gone. DC, no more fight. They push the Clinks to the top lane. They need that Desolator done. They need the damage. They need the Blink Dagger on Misery.
There were so many small things in the last fight. The dust triggering on the Clink so that he can't get around and kill the
Ice, has he really done this? The torrent. If it connected on Misery, he would have had it. He's actually chasing him down. X marks the spot is available, and support is on the way. Misery back to T1 tower. Now the X mark right on top of the tower pulls him into the torrent. Innocence with the damage. The arrows are flying forward. No one's going to get caught by it. The curse is on Faith, but it's too late. From Zuxa, Weeha wants to do something. Resolutions on the hillside, just watching his teammate die.
This is without Faceless Void. He's just up there happily farming top while DC have all 5 mid.
Just
trying to thwart this aggression. There is no downtime for Wings.
You don't need downtime. They just keep getting advantage after advantage with every minute that passes.
They're really finding their stride.
They're grouped up again to go for a smoke. They're under the T1 tower, so yeah, they are. They really don't want to stop this aggression.
DC, they really need their Dezo out on Clinks to threaten the Roshan. They need some more items to get back in this game right now. All their cores are falling like flies. Wee's network is almost half of Shadows.
Misery. Luckily for him, he doesn't turn to the side. Unluckily for Zuxa, X marks the spot, and once again, it starts in. Misery will not be able to get back there in time to help out.
The Cold Embrace has done next to nothing in this game, though. The Oracle Max Purifying Flames has just bursted hero after hero. Wings should claim another tower off of this.
Surprisingly enough, they commit Exorcism. This early on, they potentially could have been looking, I understand, to look towards a tier 3 tower when they're 17 minutes in.
The way the game has developed has been completely different from what DC have expected, though. Shadow maybe going for a Chrono on a Wii, but they wanted to just hold out the lanes. They have the spam with the Timbersaw, the Starstorm, the Winter Wyvern spam, but the way Wings are taking fights is not really at towers, or they're circling around behind you, splitting up, so they're not getting caught by the curse, not getting caught by too many multi-man burrow strikes. It's just a very chaotic fight where DC need order. They need time. And they need that, though.
They don't have time. They're playing up against the Master of Time, Faceless Void. They keep getting controlled.
His time dilations have been really spot on. I was like, man, that thing's only level 1. It just seems like it lasts forever.
Now, it seems like Wings always know. The Oracle did tell them how to play up against DC. If they can keep this momentum up, they could be looking at a 2-1 advantage in a TI Grand Final.
I think the bigger problem is that the Kunkka's getting far. You mentioned his early Tidebringer build earlier. Now he has an armlet complete along with the phase. He is becoming another core.
And the Blink Dagger on Death Prophet makes her almost an initiator.
Wow, she has Blink. That is a very unusual build for the Death Prophet. But I think it's really good because they need the position. They just need to be able to run on the back line, force Moran to use Leap, force Timbersaw to use Chain.
He's not denying the Sentry Ward, so it doesn't reveal his position. He knows it's there, but now DC smoke up, and they're coming for an opening. They're pinging and saying, I can see the Kunkka. We know they're headed down. There's no bottom runes. Not going to go that far.
Oh, the scan.
The sentries are down, but now Faith, he moves over. The sentries, he's out of range, but he actually just walks straight past him. Gets a double stun on Nu and Weeha. Blinks. Oh, no, he's stuck. He has to go invis for now.
They don't know where he is.
No, they don't. He's not even meant to be there, so they can't predict he's going to be there. Shadow will come over and free his teammate.
At least they have 2 observer wards in the area. They got something out of the smoke, and one is just out of range of the Radiant Sentry. So perhaps with this, Clinks can sneak in and take Roche. I don't think he's strong enough to take it by himself, but maybe a Cold Embrace here and there will be enough to secure that Aegis. But more importantly, they need towers. I'd like to see some maybe backdooring resolution.
Blink stunned by Cuirass. Sent instantly back that Starfall of Wings.Shadow. He's there. Chronos up. Moonlight.Shadow will not protect the Mirana.
No,
now bottom lane because they found the Death Prophet. But Death Prophet, what? She blinked away. No one attacked her. She just gets her out. She had the Yule Scepter as well. With the Exorcism up, DC was, well, hoping to kill her up before it could do a lot of damage. Now she'll bring it back over. Something a little bit longer left on it. Timberstar up the face, gets the stun. Now the Exorcism goes to work. Misery prepping the epicenter. Burrow strike forward. Blink going down with the Fortune's Edge. The save is huge. Resolution's time dilation out this fight. Suck has the TP out, but DC, they're losing everything, including the kitchen sink.
Wow. I can't believe that Blink Dagger just worked out for him so incredibly well in that position. Yeah, that sounds odd.
Well, that's everything about Wings, right? It's unusual, it's different, and it works.
Yeah, that is the craziest part, that it works. That was a nice epicenter by Sand King, but they don't have enough damage not to take down Blink. With the Rum and the False Promise, like, it's just such great synergy, too. Purifying Flame, you don't even need to cast Faith Edict, because Purifying Flame, no one does no damage to you.
Good team, tier 2 town now bottom lane, going the way of Wings. And DC, they're on the ropes, almost 10,000 net worth and experience behind. The graph just keeps rising for Wings.
And I don't even think that Axe is that game-changing for DC at this point. They have Faith Edict to counter it, but more importantly, Nyx Assassin, you can just Carapace right in front of him, and it's gonna hit on him if he hasn't had a creep. So a split-pushing Mirana can normally get out of control and farm, but not this game. DC looking for a smoke.
Oh, it's like they're trying to contest a Roshan play from Wings, but Wings aren't in there. Instead, it's Misery, who's gonna get initiated on by Faith beyond. Shadow actually gets a first hit time lock. Misery into the Sandstorm Burrow Strike, but it's nowhere near fast enough. You'll end up going down the Fate time, not being his friend, and now DC Faith, he's so close, you can smell him! But he doesn't know! Timber will be the tank with the reactive armor, but blinking around, Shannon's in the neighborhood. A quick sentry down from the Wyvern will at least let them know if Nyx Assassin wants to walk in, but Shadow initiating on the Wyvern. This is even more distraction if DC can get this Aegis the Immortal. It leads to nice Wings and extra life. Sucky's going to have to give his own life up for it, but Roshan down to 3.1 now. Slowly ticking. Mirana's taking the top tier 1 tower. It's almost done. And Wings are none the wiser. DC, they're pulling a quick one on him.
Very important for them with the Clinks. He spent so much time running around in the early game. He needed something to compensate him for his troubles. The precious Aegis goes his way, but I don't know if he's the only one left at the end of the fight. I'm still not sure about DC's chances coming up in the team fight. They just need to keep on split pushing, get some more towers to equalize this net worth. It's becoming close to uncontrollable with a 12,000 net worth lead for Wings.
Well, they need some other key items as well. Like the fact you've had no proper initiation from DC, Mirana arrows don't connect, and until that Blink Dagger is over on Misery, he also has no joy. Resolution can jump in through the backlines, maybe that's going to be his fun key, but he's going a BKB build next, so he doesn't have an Orchid to control up the Oracle, which may have been his better chance. If either that or you force a false promise on Innocence. And now, here they come, bottom lane. Innocence, they see him behind the trees, no shadows on the lane. And there goes your first one. False promise, Innocence has to use on himself. Shadow, he can time walk off the damage. Chrono is still available. And Resolution, he's actually got no mana to work with, but Clinks, the damage is still enough. Thanks to False Promise wearing on. Misery, get the hell out of top lane. The fresh Blink Dagger will get him away from Faith, who has a blink and ether lens of his own.
And now the Clinks can start doing what
does best. Caught by Chronos, starts to siphon or actually wait for it. The Cold Embrace, staying alive a fair amount of time, but then, okay, Exorcism committal is real. They're looking for more, and they're going to find it. Yule Scepter up, Timber hits the ground, starts with the Timber chain over, Shadow taking heavy damage, and now Resolution wants to help out, but he put himself in halfway. Here comes your epicenter from Misery. He'll Burrow Strike through. He'll slow him down, do a little bit of damage, but not enough. The card, it's big on the Faceless Void. Resolution's back alive. Give him some space. Sucks caught on a cliffside. His Arctic Burn wore off at a very, very bad time.
The rum's wearing off. They have to back off now, and finally they get a winner's curse, which is especially difficult with the Linken Spear on Faceless Void, but no heroes die on Wings yet again. DC get nothing. A penny for your troubles.
And a penny will not fuel a war. They have to find some kind of better opening. The Aghanim Scepter is now done on Weeha, but it's cost them a lot to give him that much space to get it. Clinkers will also have his BKB, so 2 critical items arriving for DC. In fact, you can still say 3 after Misery picked up that Blink Dagger. So they have ways to surprise heroes. The Dire Observer Ward on Bot River almost scouted out Ice. A little bit too far away as they can Faith Bien. Rotating around, looking for an opening. Middle lane, Blink, Fire Strike, a Death Prophet, the arrow will connect. That's a good 5 seconds. Innocence getting ripped apart by Resolution. He took the false promise onto Blink, but the life just won't be there. Blink is guaranteed dead when he hits the ground from the damage, and it will happen. Clinks will take the kill. Cold Embrace keeping Misery up. Now it's Faith Bien. Resolution finding a triple kill. Digital Chaos have just pulled out the team fight of their life. It may give them some way to quell the bleeding that Wings have been doing to them.
Finally, they kill the Death Prophet, even though the Oracle has been ever so vigilant, sitting behind them. And they got caught without the Faceless Void. He has a very greedy build without a TP skull in his
He's thinking about going in, he will. He'll Chrono over on Resolution. Hard to find the kill. Cold Embrace of Double, so is the Curse. They're teaming up, actually really close together. And now Blink Fire Strike. Misery tries to create more space. Resolution needs to wait for Ice to hit the ground after the Yules, and he will do so. Armor toggling his way out, but not enough. Murata was still there. The Aghanims giving the extra damage.
Not really respecting the Cold Embrace that time. Without the Oracle, they cannot burst through that, and that's 4 kills the way of DC.
How much does it swing? They had 14k advantage in gold for the net worth. It's going to come back down again. This will be a bigger momentum shift because Wings will still have to get themselves back into the lanes.
The Void has to be their one to protect the Death Prophet at this point.
Do you think you can do this, Faith? He's looking at Misery in the tree lines. Misery can actually get body blocked in if he's not careful. He's starting to stun. He's not certain he wants to do it. The Faceless Void is on his way. Wait. Misery. Does he blink? Does he burrow? He'll get stunned. He'll get controlled. And he can't burrow out in time.
How many bashes does this guy get?
He only needed 1, but he got 2.
And even with those 4 kills, DC...
Oh, Resolution, this could be a good snipe. That courier went over the Observer Ward. It's got the rest of the Assault Cuirass on it. So Resolution, 1 attack is all it needs. 3,000 and a bit to spare. Net worth hitting the deck.
I'm surprised that Innocence hasn't gone for a Ghost Scepter with how farmed Resolution is. He is the biggest threat. They have a Sentry Ward, so they know he's in between the mid T1 and...
Yeah, that's why Ice is scared to death. He thought he was running down through the Ancients. Resolution will move up. He'll find Ice, but
he can't
want to battle
there.
it.
It's way too much fog for a Clinks without Blink to jump in. Faceless Void, Chronos Spear coming off cooldown very soon. We see the first Ghost Scepter, possibly many, coming up on the Death Prophet.
One way to stop the damage from the Clinks, especially when he's going Chrysalis, not Diffusal.
But then it opens up for your Moronic to do a lot of damage with the Starstorm, so they have to be careful about how and when they use it.
Very true. What kind of damage do you try and repel? Like, it's not that you can Fortune's End to everybody, unless this Oracle gets to a point of having Refresher.
After those 4 kills, Wings only possess an 8,000 gold lead.
Nice Blink Dagger up. Now for the Mirana. They're looking towards middle lane. Wings, smoke up, rotate around. The arrow won't connect. Hunker.
Death Prophet is not close by. Wings have to be careful not to take a fight while he's not here.
Oh, they're going to walk straight in. Burn is on cooldown. Dust will trigger the blink. Misery! Evading the Chronos Spear. He's fast enough for it. X marks the spot. Try and drag Resolution back in again. The arrows will fly forward.
With the BKB on him and no Chrono up, this is not the fight for Wings unless they pull them back.
You're under a Sentry Resolution, but now he's not. He's back far enough. Right behind Innocence. Starts attacking. Oh! Burn! And now Timber change forward. Move once more. Blink Bar. They found Ice. Resolution. Putting that Chrysalis to work. They'll need 1, maybe 2 hits. They'll hold him up. It's the cost. Chakram, 1 attack, 2 attack, 3 attack, 4. Resolution, where is it? Okay, now he's finally going to hit the deck. The arrow will connect a triple stun. Misery will turn with one of his own. The Tidebringer. Ice will finally take a fall. Misery's too far out.
And they spot out Shadow now. They ping out on it, but...
They'll walk under an obstacle to get to him.
Yep. I wonder if he's going to go for Bloodthorn.
They just want the tier 1 tower. Resolution can easily take this. There's no fortification.
Yeah, that's more important than the Faceless Void.
You don't even need the creep wave. That's the beautiful thing about the Clinks. His damage output is just so quick that these towers don't stand a chance.
And finally, the supports of DC get items.
Shadow. Too close. Time walks up. They're on the chase. Weehaw. Arrow off cooldown in 4-second time. Leaps forward. Actually missing. I don't know exactly where he wanted to go with that.
Just maybe hoping he would TP down there and get an easy arrow, perhaps.
If he stayed on the hillside, he would have just been in the tree line. Another Blink Dagger coming in. This time, it's for the Winter Wyvern.
And Misery has dewarded all of the Radiant wards with his shiny gem. And Roshan going to respawn, and Wings probably pretty unhappy about the last way that Roshan went down. They don't have any armor items.
This can make him happy. Stux has just blinked himself down and put down an Observer Board into the Arctic Burn. He goes inside the pit, outside the pit. Now starts to jump out. Where's the torrent? The bash! It connects the curse, however, the Wyvern. He still can't get down. He'll cold embrace by himself at least some breathing space. As Wings, they commit the Coco's run, they commit everything. A 5-second arrow will connect on Innocence, but, well, you kind of knew the Wyvern was going to die.
At least the arrow scouted out that there was no Roshan around. They see the Observer Ward right now, and that is the gem on the Nyx. So they have to huddle around the pit. The Clink thread is way too much. And they probably have to commit Exorcism to it, though, which just leaves Sand in a perfect position to jump upon them in the pit.
Do you really want to commit that much, however? Like, that's...
It's way better to find a pickup, though, than go into the Roche pit. It's far too risky.
It just delays you push high ground if you do it. But then there's no exorcism.
They're not really in a rush to take high ground, not with Kunkka.
Oh, this will be nice. They find Misery. Misery, reaction, blink up. Still got Fire Strike available. Gonna dodge even under the Sentry Wall. The Chronos Sphere. This is the gem of DC. Resolution wants to help out. The Nyx Assassin caught in the end of the Chrono. He'll have to tank up the False Promise. Resolution gets bashed up. Even on the first hit. PKB, another bash as well. He'll run away. Where's your curse? 6 seconds till it's off cooldown here for Sasuke. He has to back out, move in the neighborhood with a chakra, making it difficult for Wings to come down to kill.
They don't have their gem carrier. Nyx had to TP home to get some extra healing from the False Promise in order to survive. Roshan going to respawn in 2 seconds, but that is a big momentum swing. Wait, he doesn't have the gem anymore. I think he passed it to Wii. Or Wii picked it up.
Really?
Pretty good.
You're right. It actually got on a Wii.
Yeah, I thought it was on Misery. I think, yeah, that's why he used a Chronos Sphere on him. Nice pickup.
And that was fast. Now it's DC. They still have a slight advantage, obviously being Dire Sight with Roshan being up.
And their ultimates are up. Sand King, Epicenter still up, Winter's Curse not expended in the last fight. So they are ready. Chronos Sphere is still down for 40. I think this might be a time for DC to say, hey, come at us and Roche.
Nice new item as well for the Timbersaw, picking up a Yule set before this fight. So he's got some kind of escape or control against Wings.
And time dilation counter. Much cheaper than Lotus. That Observer Ward scouted out by Faith Beyond, but he does not have a spot.
The jump, the curse! Just as Death Prophet blinked himself over. The arrow will connect. Nyx Assassin. False Promise will keep him alive, but for how long? Resolution popped a lot of damage in. Shadow with the time dilation, trying to force him out. Move. The Cold Embrace, giving him more life. Yule set dropping towards the end. Nyx Assassin stays alive. The False Promise didn't work. So it's only Mu to die. Weehaw! The leap, the blink. He's still up, but now he actually runs into Blink. He needs more time. He'll get the Starfall off, but Faith Beyond can be saved by this Oracle. The rest of DC are away.
First pick Oracle doing so much work when they can't lock him down. That is the Clinks' job. He has a lot of damage, but he cannot jump on the Oracle. You want him to blow False Promise on himself, and if he does it, he's going to die in 2 hits, like we saw on that fight top, especially if there's a lucky crit, which is going to happen a little bit more often now that the data list is complete.
They need to bring the gem back. Is he in range? Can he not attack the ward? X marks the spot. Okay, yeah, now we go. Gem is in and pop him. Observer Ward will drop. DC does still have another big advantage. I say this is an advantage. They have no out of talent that Wings can easily just move over and take.
Yeah, despite the kill lead being 31-14 for Wings, they're only up 6,000 gold and spending a lot of time just running around. And also, most of the DC's kills are on, or Wings' kills rather, are on supports.
A lot of the kills for DC belong to Resolution. He's taken 9 out of 14 of DC. And it reflects in his items. I'm interested to see where he goes from here. Like, is it worthwhile getting that Diffusal Blade to get through the Ghost Scepters?
Yeah, I think eventually they're going to get more. I don't know, they only actually have one on Death Prophet. Why isn't Sabium gold, so maybe not. That's a normal build, though.
Dewarding happens, so DC definitely know that Wings are around Roshan. They're going to group up, smoke up. Remember, without the Exorcism, there's not a lot of quick damage arriving from Wings. So Roshan, at now 2k life, they're a little bit too far away here, DC. So Roshan will go down to Wings. The question is, they want to keep fighting. Sentries are down, leap up, looking for the Chrono. The leaps away, however. Timbersaw has the Yorset, actually gets the Yorset, but he's trying to avoid the time release in the Chrono! It got Resolution! That's a big one! They need to find the kill! Shift on the way in and Resolution crushed on the hull! Duska also has to call in break, but there's too much damage there to still find that kill. X-Mark him back, Weeha thought he might get out this one. The epicenter arrives from Misery. Minimal damage, Wings can just tank through it. Misery, silence, nukes, he's got enough life. He's moving north, and will it be enough while the battle happens in the pit? Misery will die. DC lose 4 and Wings.
Wow, that Chronos spear, that's one of those super high risk ones. It looked like two of them were right about to be on the edge, but he knows the range of that perfectly and catches one of the most highest priority targets, Clinks, without a BKB. Locking down with a Torn on both to follow. No BKB, no Clinks, no damage.
That's the problem for DC.
It's a big problem because Wee's not farmed enough at this point. He needs to be able to carry his own weight in terms of doing magical damage to their backline, pressuring the Oracle, but right now he's just unable to contribute because he's died so many times. He's died 8 times this game.
Time is money.
Yeah, it's not a happy game for Weeha this time around.
And I don't know, you mentioned the Linken here maybe not being the greatest this game, but look at Shadow, 11-0 and 12.
He does what's needed.
I don't know how it works out for every time.
Chrono. You're the perfect Chrono, and you've still got the beautiful thing that is Oracle. Like, DC commits so much to finding one hero, and then all of a sudden, Oracle, he's giving the extra life over. We saw that from Shadow in the bottom lane fight. Oracle always had his back.
I also like the Linken Spear build because it gives you a lot of HP. If you go Vlad's, which is equally good for farming and sustain, you can just easily get bursted down by a double Starfall or Timber Burst or whatever it may be. But if you have that extra layer of 15 strength, then you can time walk off. Your Oracle has more time to throw that false promise on you. You have more time for the Coco's ship to come out. Coco's rum.
DC's ready to go. You're so Warcraft, man.
You really want to fight into this if you're DC though, with the Aegis, with Chrono up, with
not when Wings are basically reaching around. It's going to come right behind DC. The scan comes down from Radiant side. They don't find anyone in Biz. They know the Clinks isn't there, and here they go. Blink triggers the Exorcism. They're on the tier 3 tower.
They wanted to be able to spam this with the Timber Salt and the Winter Wyvern, but they're nowhere close. The T3's gonna fall before they really get any damage.
Yeah, now the jump comes in. Quick chain away after he blinks forward. Barra strike. It connects to the Death Prophet. The Chrono! We are removed. Shadow catches 2 again. The Torrent combo. They move down towards Boom with a double thump from Fate. They ensure the kill. No buyback available for the Timbersaw. And Clint is still waiting for an opportunity. Resolution sitting outside the base. He doesn't know where to go. Blink borrow forward. Blink Texas and wears off however, so all the life kicks back into him. Misery. Caught out. Another double thump from Facebian. Jump forward from Shadow. Looking for the damage. And a time lock planted on Weeha. This could be it. A triple kill for Shadow. The cast is good, however. Nixus hasn't been brought down. The arrow flies forward. Missed his target. Resolution needs to pump in more damage. The gem stolen by Shadow as he'll run back out through the front lines. The Starfall dodged by the first Manta. Still hit by the secondary one as Clinks. Where is this control? Where is this damage? It just isn't there. The silence on Murata means he can't arrow. They see Innocence TPing out. It's going to be too late. The TP was more than well completed before the arrow reaches this point.
Man, Betty wish she had Diffusal now. The Ghost Scepter on the Oracle. Just popped out of nowhere at the perfect time. A clean sweep of the melee racks for Wings. These Chronospheres from Shadow, he's really quick with those. They had no Observer Ward in the base, but it just lined them up for a perfect impale after Nixas, and Winter Wyvern had to blow so many of his spells to try and keep his cores alive.
I like how much Shadow doesn't want to go back to base, actually bringing salves out to himself instead of holding onto the gem, which is on the courier. I'll trigger the second one in a second.
I mean, he has Oracle on his side. He doesn't even need the salves, but
hey, when
gotta get your farm up.
When you have a 15,000 net worth advantage, you can splurge a little bit.
DC trying to spring a trap with the Manta Illusions. Looks like is going to scout out any shenanigans that DC can throw on this bottom lane. They can't go into the air. They know those wards are there, but Ice might run into it.
Yeah, he walks straight over. Misery, does he want to? Does he want to? He doesn't know. Oh no! Misery misses the target. The arrow will also miss. DC, the tilt to get a Misery. He's like, screw it. Commit the ulti, but the ult scepter up. Ice running circles around DC's missed stuns. They're going to lose more. Move, actually Chronos a little bit further up. Shadow's able to find him. Support will arrive with a stun in from the next assassin. It gives Shadow the time to get the hit. Weeha, as well as Misery. Misery doesn't actually have a TP scroll. He'll burrow strike forward. Weeha, no arrow available, so they're looking to kill off Innocence. But now the arrow will fly forward, but it's well off target again. Innocence, with so much confidence, stands his ground, and Weeha trying to predict he'll move back now as Shadow. Again on another run under the tier 4 towers of DC. They do not have a creep wave with them, but they can start a pincer.
Innocence might get picked up by Resolution.
Oh, can they do it? There's a Ghost Scepter. You can't pick off Jack. Yes, he can now. Diffuser Blade is up. Turns it off. The curse. It holds Death properly positioned. Shadow jumps over, but now he's in range of it. Weeha with the Starfall. Not enough damage. That's a 4-star back to Winter Wyvern. Away from Blink. Coco's Rum well off the mark. And round Misery is the stun there. 1 second, 2 seconds. Shadow double hit. Nice and quick. Finds the pick off on Misery. All he want to do is retreat.
Still alive and healthy on the side of Wings, and with no BKB on Sleeks, they're going to have to hope for a miracle here.
Exorcism is down, however, a miracle's been eliminated. Move. There goes your Chakram forward. Arrow flies in off target. Nice hit from Weeha, but a better hit from Face Beyond. He has been godlike this game. Another big stun. Resolution. He'll finally bring down Blink. There is a Spike Carapace available. Resolution, no BKB charge, so he'll stun up himself. Chakram, or you can just timber change into Whirling Death. Gem can be recovered as Move. Hot on the tails of Ice. Does he have the damage? Whirling Death, one punch, there it is. Moon gets the double kill, but the damage has been done. A full Raxing on mid and bottom lane done by Wings.
I think it's rapier time for Clinks.
I think he needs it. Move. This will be godlike if he can get it for the Chrono. How much life has he got? Nowhere near enough. Shadow ripping him apart. There is no white flag on the door from DC. They continue to fight.
Wings thought they could end the game with a refresher up on the Death Prophet, but he didn't use himself in time. That's actually what killed him. The Clinks was just beating on him. It was very close to the exorcism being returned, but didn't use, and then once she dies, everyone else dies around her. Luckily, they have a backup gem, I think, on the chicken.
Yeah, it's on the chicken along with the rest of almost the entire Shivas for the Death Prophet.
Resolution, I want to see that 6,200 gold.
He needs something. The relic is picked up on Resolution. He needs any kind of damage he can get at the moment.
Yeah, you want to be able to like 1 or 2 shot the Oracle, because the Oracle he usually doesn't actually have the camera on himself. It's usually on his cores, and he doesn't have a blink dagger, so he's especially vulnerable to the Clinks.
With Resolution, he'll still have multiple problems, aka he's down to 4 diffusal charges, so by the time he can buy up the Rapier, he may not actually have any diffusal charges left.
Yeah, I don't think you can sell an item at this point too to get the Rapier. You just have to farm out your 2,000.
Yeah, he needs to hold
buyback.
Everything he can get. As an Orchid build out from the Void, it's actually one of the most expensive items in the game. The Bloodthorn is arriving for the Faceless Void.
Yeah, you can use off the time dilation, but then you're just going to get silenced up, and then the Mirana has no solution really to the Bloodthorn.
And even that, like, you get an Aghanim Scepter on the next assassin bottom lane. They initiate Ice, they want the kill. The stun is there on Misery as Yulsen protects Ice again. Misery forced up now. The double one. DC, they just need to bail out here, but Misery pulled back. Cold Embrace will keep him alive a little bit longer. Burrow strikes up for him as the Chrono on the back line. They found Resolution. It's a big kill. Mooney to turn the damage around. Innocence to be ripped apart by the Chakra. And he will go down. The curse is too late to take the attention away from Wings, and now Epicenter. Misery will also jump in. Mirana dies on the left. Misery, 4-star down. Shadow, hot on the tails. Remember, this is DC trying to defend when they got 2 lanes of Megas up. Moo has to buy back, but there's no buyback for me or Resolution. So a hard fight now in front of DC. Exorcism will wear off. That's one upside for them. And Wings will back out. Even with the 2 cores, they're not going to push the envelope too far. They have the refresher off on Blink, so you have a second Exorcism if you want to push, but without all 5 heroes, it's just not worth it.
There's a gem just sitting on the ground. I wonder if they're going to try and pick it up with the chicken, but very close to DC's side.
And Clinks cannot get caught out like that. Like, if they can recover the gem...
I think it's more so like Shadow always finding the right targets with the Chronosphere. He knows that the Clinks is the only one that can really do damage to them. Rana's countered by the Fate's Edict.
That courier has traveled the whole... he's waiting, drop the TP scroll. Now the courier, the silence, Yules will dispel. Support's coming over. It's there for the Winter Wyvern, but with the blood, it'll be enough. The Bloodthorn, Timbersaw, he's not going to pop. They force up him out. Mr. Timber Chainer! They pop him, the gem's on the ground, and there's no buyback. 80 seconds without the Timbersaw. DC, they're scrambling away. Zuxa needs some help. Misery's there, but again with the silence. Forced off up. Nice arrow from Wing. Hitting Blink in the backline. They fire and strike forward. Blink is low with a splinter. It is not enough damage. Shadow the Chronosphere. Resolution! He walked into it. The damage is there from Shadow. Resolution is gone. And with him, maybe the heart to the game. GG! Wings will take game number 2.
What a god on this Faceless Void. 20 kills, 0 deaths, perfect Chronosphere. Resolution tried to all in with the rapier at the end, but no death pack, walking in a Chrono, just a lot of mistakes from DC as they crumble in game number 3.
Yeah, the big story is that bottom lane missing of stun after stun. You can see how DC, the smile turns quickly upside down as Wings